And we're back with Elden Ring. Last time we were playing, the game crashed. Like a jerk. I'm still working on the same stuff. Still going after Melania. We've got a weapon set that I think is pretty good. And apart from those weapons, we are in our skivvies. This seems to be, oddly, the most likely way we're going to get this kill. And we are using freezing pots, theoretically, to knock her out of her most dangerous attack. So, let's get back to it. Remember where we are and how to do this fight. Pretty good pattern so far. I was low on stamina there. It was very dangerous. Ah, that got me. My message was praised. Alrighty then. That was pretty good for the first sit back down. Get her to half of her first health bar. Before I made a grave error. I got a little nervous, to tell the truth. Because I was waiting for her to use Waterfowl Dance. Dang it. That sequence just drowned me out of my stamina for the most part. On the... After her third slash, I needed to not take the roll immediately after, I guess. Or I needed to take 2 rolls faster. Maybe I could have gotten the roll off faster. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe I needed to back roll the 4th slash that came after her triple in that circumstance. Okay, because my second attack whiffed, I was in a really bad spot. Okay, she backstepped on my first attack there, and I did not recognize I didn't process the backstep correctly. A lot of the time, I'm going to wind up buffering in 2 slashes. Because sometimes I need to buffer in 2 slashes. Then sometimes buffering in 2 slashes is a mistake. This boss is nutty. Okay, nope. I needed to switch it up there. It was correct of me to move out on a kick. I just wasn't ready to go back in. That is one of the most testing attacks in this. Can you respond to that attack correctly every time? She's going to use it a lot. Stamina, please. I was a little too slow, I guess? How did that timing work out? I was a little too slow, but that was very weird. She decided to do a slash from neutral, and I happen to be slower than her. That probably means I took like one or two too many steps forward. A bit of an unusual circumstance. Now, the damage I was doing was a little lower than I was expecting. Did I forget to drink before I went in there? So I hit her for 40 less damage than expected. I'm expecting to do about 700 per attack. But I'm doing 665. You know what? I was probably doing 700 with the hat. Maybe this is more effective with the hat on. Let me put the hat back on. There's not a lot of trade-off for the hat. I just get +2 strength. You know, fighting from... I'm currently at 15 strength. 15 to 17 is pretty meaningful. No, we lose stat. It's a projected... Okay, so we're at 22. We go up to 28. We're at 23. Okay, yeah. We are gaining stats for putting the hat on. Okay, so if your gear is scaling at least a C rating from a light piece of gear, it is better to put on that piece of gear than to maximize the Blue Dancer charm. A little closer to me, please. And that's the dodge. And that's a screw up. So the block messed me up there a bit. But that's the proper dodge for Waterfowl Dance. One of them anyway. Okay, yeah. I had time to roll forward. But when she blocks you like that, it stops your character's movement for a bit longer than a usual recovery. But hey, I dodged Waterfowl Dance correctly. From that distance, I can recognize it late and still get out of it. Block frame. Can I see what caused that? No, I have no idea whatsoever. Oh, man. It's just like a chance to happen that your attack deflects off of her? Is it a part of her hitbox? I'm assuming that it's something to do with hitting her mechanical hand. But no other boss in the game does this. It does not have a shield. Okay. I screwed up there. I didn't get in fast enough to hit her. From that distance, I might need to be using a jumping attack instead. Like maybe a jump to an L1. That's got a lot of delay, actually. Why does that third hit so far? It's got so much reach. It perfectly roll catches you on a back roll. Because it's got a long reach, and it is delayed after your dodge is done. Actually, I'm on light load. I might actually be able to roll out of that. If I mess up again, let me try rolling out of it again. Just hammering on roll. I think if you're on light load, you might be able to get out of it. I did it again where she did the backstep. I have like, it's really, really hard to plan around that. So I've got no plan for it. I mean, there's a few things she can do that I have no plan for, other than pray. Just pray she doesn't do it for however long it takes to beat her up. So I don't know why it's sometimes doing 700 and sometimes not. I don't think I have a sweet spot on my hitboxes. Dead. She's just backstepping out before I'm able to do my expected punishes. And I really don't have something to do about that. If I attack only once and she doesn't backstep out, I'll get murdered. The fact that she can do, like, attack into half step out is, like, that largely has not come up. And now suddenly it's very pertinent. I'm trying to place what changed in my handling of the fight that is causing that difference. That's death. So I took 2 swipes and she went into the air. If the pot doesn't leave my hand, it's not consumed, so there's that. She can cancel into that at any time, and it has an armored startup. Isn't that neat? Isn't that just neato bandito? I mean, it's basically how most of her kit works. She can go into armored attacks really freely. I back dodged it again, and I didn't hammer on the dodge afterwards. It's the half backstep. The half backstep is messing me up really hard. I think it's because I'm also... I'm fighting from a bit further back than usual. I think that might be causing the difference. I'm not dodging in on her patterns or getting behind her like I was previously. So maybe I need to shift back to that. I'd love to force her back over towards the bright part of the arena. Over there? Could we fight over there, please? Like, not in this darkness? Just want, like, one more light source in this boss arena. Yep, back at Melania we go. That's death. Sometimes, like, she'll choose that first. I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. Just wipe it. Go again. So that time I actually dealt 715 to her on attacks, which might mean that some of the damage variables... I don't know if there's a damage roll in Elden Ring or if it's purely deterministic. I took 2 rolls there because she has follow-ups that are lethal on that. Like, I could just be dumb about it and go for the opening, but nine times out of 10, she won't give me an opening there. And sometimes she'll do the backstepping attack and kill me. Is that all the review said? Is just Malenia, Blade of Mikola. You're gonna hear that line a lot. Didn't make it far enough away. I need to react to that sooner. She used it really early. She was at the health threshold. She just used it immediately when she had access to it. When half the time, she loves to psych me out. Like, sometimes I can get her under half health and she doesn't decide to use the attack. Other times, it's like, yeah, you bothered me. I'm doing it now. It's very strange. Can we fight in the light? Just like, I'm just gonna go stand over here. Come on. Let me fight you somewhere that has actual contrast. It's like over here in the bright patch. Shut up, you. It's always weak foe. What a troll. Dead. I would love to fight her over in the part of the arena that actually has lighting. But it seems as though she almost always I have to move to the other side of her. Yeah, everything she does is a one-hit kill right now, because I'm nude. But in practice, I found that it's hard enough to heal fighting the boss that it's not super worth my time to wear armor. It just results in me, like, walking around a bunch, trying to find chances to heal getting stabbed until I die. Because there are very few chances to actually heal in the fight. You usually have to go aggressive on the boss to make them happen. That got me. Okay. It had the range. I wasn't sure if that would have the reach, but I was just, like, not thinking straight. Sometimes when she does the sidestep without the attack, and I do the 3-attack string, I'm not sure what to do about it, because I know I can't get in the 4-attack string. The truth there is I'm not supposed to commit to the 2nd attack. I'm supposed to do 1 attack, cancel, then do another 2 once she lands. That will put her back on predictable behavior. This is absolutely a boss where attacking not enough times or too many times each cause their own problems. Too late? Yep, it's too slow. It's a very tight window. Actually, I could probably take the Flask of Crimson Tears off. Let's switch these. So now all I need to do is hit X. I don't have to hit a button combo. Let's see if that makes it easier, or maybe I'll hit it by accident. I haven't been healing myself by accident, so I think my discipline's good enough. Famous last words. I couldn't, I didn't get the back dodge out fast enough. Yeah, she can just decide to turn around with a giant slash. Noted. Yoink. That's just cleaning up the battlefield a little bit. It missed because I was too close. It did it again, went under her legs. I hate that so much. And that was one of those times where I did use it fast enough. But if I'm right on top of her, it's not going to come out. Oh, man. We're trying to get, like, double lightning strikes here, basically, to get through this fight. That's death. I bet wrong on her attack pattern. She'll only do that that jump, generally speaking, if she's still in her... She goes straight from the run animation to the jump, so I'm only supposed to do my attack when I see her stop the run animation. Otherwise, I'm supposed to keep my guard up, and I did it wrong. Whoops. Sometimes we get the deaths over with pretty fast. And that is sometimes convenient. A little bit of lag there. I dodged backwards. Why'd I do that? Why do I keep doing that? Stamina. She'll waterfowl any minute now. Whenever it'll mess with me the most, she's gonna do it. There. Maybe it wasn't the worst. I finally see the second phase. I can see the second phase. This is the first time we're seeing the phase transition. So that's big progress. Big progress. Use the cutscene to help me calm the hell down.
Wait.
This is some cool music.
The scarlet bloom flowers once more. You will witness true horror.
She's blind.
Now, rot.
I don't wanna. Too close. Okay. I need to learn a bit better how to dodge that. She's always going to use that on phase transition. You're supposed to make her go to one spot and then run away. I started rolling away. I need to just keep running. She can also do that attack in the middle of the second phase. Okay. Now that we've seen the second phase, now that we've gotten there just once, the boss is technically beatable now. I now have the technical skills to theoretically beat the boss. And I have to layer technical and theoretical on there, but it's big. Ah. Yeah, a lot of bosses have really cool transitions. I still think my favorite boss fight was Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. For, like, his aesthetic is nuts. And you don't have, like, too much disadvantage fighting him, RL1, because they give you a special weapon for the fight. It's like a little bit of a gimmick fight, but it's still fun. Like, Yorm the Giant uses a similar gimmick in Dark Souls 3. But in that fight, the gimmick, like, trivializes the boss. So far, so good. Oh. Messed up. I was like watching there, like, what button do I hit again? I was going to hit Y, which was the old keybind I had. And since I've changed the keybind, that was a problem. That was a problem, and it was also just the hesitation in general. Got a little too absorbed in the fact the fight was going well. Yep. I was kind of hoping she would let me loop her down to like half health before she went for waterfowl. Whatever. Dead. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like her frustration attack. It's such a crapshoot for me. It's like either I respect it and she doesn't use it and she kills me with something else, or I don't respect it and it kills me. It's like taking the 50-50 on whether a survivor has dead hard and you run into the one survivor who doesn't have it, and you wind up giving them like a ton of extra time. Because you keep chasing them, expecting them to use it. Woo! Dead. I am getting comfortable with doing backdashing, which is bad. Whenever she kills me with that setup, it's because I got too comfortable with backdashing during that fight. Happens all the time. Because there's so many moves she has that are so complicated, forward rolling is just really, really obnoxious to do. But there's the one that you gotta forward roll through. You done? Sometimes she's just gonna do a really fancy sequence that you can't do anything about, and you gotta live with it. Ah! My character got the skidding stop. I don't know how to not do... I have to stop running before turning around. The skidding stop stopped me from rolling. So I have to stop running before I try to turn the character around. Nope, that wasn't quite right, because... Oh, does that happen? It doesn't happen in regular movement, so if I'm in the running animation, it's... Ugh. Yeah, that lock... Oh, man, that's the earliest I can buffer out the roll when the skidding stop happens. Wow. If I keep running... Oh, man, how do I stop that? How do I not get killed for doing that? Wow. I think I can dodge left or right and not die, but seriously. Roll didn't come out. I pressed it and it didn't come out. I promise you. Scout's honor. I think she probably got me during the roll startup. There's only about 6 frames of roll startup in a 60 FPS game, but I think it was I was something like 1/10 of a second too slow. Nah, I haven't changed it out. It's only been one day. I might do it on the weekend if I go out. Oh, I didn't think she would have the range. I could have dodged that. I just didn't think it would reach. How dare I ever assume that something Melania is doing would not reach me? Kind of wish I had a save state that I could load that was just like right after entering the fog door. Just to speed this up. That time she was out of reach. Oh, she hit me with a fast attack. That's what happens if I'm in range of her after the kick. She has about a 50% chance of doing that attack, which is why I'm supposed to outspace the kick. And never ever roll through the kick. And that's the 50-50 on the boss. That's the boss. That's one of the boss's many 50-50s. Like making sure you respond to kick and triple slash with roll in and roll out, roll out and roll in, respectively. Damn it. Yeah, there's the kick, triple slash, 50-50. There's also the left hop versus right hop 50-50. One of the hops you keep attacking her, the other hop you let her go. Or rather, the other hop you have to dodge. Pretty sure it's a clockwise hop you have to dodge, and counterclockwise hop you can punish. I'm also basically saying have to punish. If you dodge it with the same timing as you dodge clockwise hop, you'll get hit and die. Yeah. Dead. That's clockwise hop. Both her hops, her backstep, her kick, her leaping stab, and no, her grab attack is not. Those are all armored. So she won't stagger on any of those attacks. Come on, gotta get to that phase 2 again. Ah, dang. I was trying something a little new. It was a bad idea. I also missed a punish on her left hop. Some more coffee here. Let's just buff up. Yeah. Dang it. Sometimes I think I'm at just the right length that I can back dodge that, and it's always wrong. I dodged that too early. She freaked me out by standing still. She is not supposed to stand still after taking those hits. According to me, as much as I'm the authority on that, which is not. No, that was a mistake. As for the second phase, if we can ever get back there, there are maybe two things that we have to handle differently, and she's got two new attacks. One new attack is the Rot Meteor. The other new attack she gets is like a Phantom Conjuring thingamajig, where she hangs out in the sky and sends like a bunch of Phantom Millennias at us who do a bunch of attacks, ending with her personally coming in for a thrust. She can still do Waterfowl Dance in her second phase. In second phase, her Waterfowl Dance also causes Scarlet Rot. The other thing she does is that her attacks that slam down into the floor also will start creating a pillar of rot. Hey, I get to fight her in the bright spot. Oh, come on. Ugh, that was like a weird thing about my facing. What happened there? I don't know what that was. I think it was just her choosing a really, really fast behavior. No, she has a locked behavior after doing the sidestep. That was just I had to take like one extra step to get to her. Or I underestimated my weapon reach. Could be that. Dead. Never mind. Light roll's a hell of a drug. I barely didn't make it in time. Oh, that was close. That was close. The pot went out. It just went over her head. From that distance, I might have been able to do the run-out strat. Hard to say. Bleh. I didn't get the dodge out in time. It's because she did the backstep. I might need to plan around her doing the back. If she does the side hop and I punish, she very often does a backstep after I get one hit off. Yeah, that's a neat opening. Take that. She did that one. She hasn't done that. She doesn't do that one very much. The way I usually handle the fight. Okay, so after the what's it called? After critical, I almost certainly just want to hit her with like 1L1 and then back roll to wake her up and then move to an appropriate distance. That's probably the best thing to do. I don't think I have the time to hit her with like a charged attack or anything. Ah, the roll in was a mistake. I knew I was likely to die after I had input that. Like, oh, whoops, I accidentally input roll in on kick. But that's not a safe window to punish. Oh, yeah, okay. We can't roll in on that attack. Because the follow-up slash is too fast. I might be able to left roll it, but like that doesn't work on so many other attacks. It's a bad plan. Ah! She kept going. Yeah, okay, so with the light roll, if I buffer, I can avoid dying to the triple slash, to the third slash of the triple slash. So long as I am on light roll and I buffer my dodge, and I probably have to dodge sufficiently in advance. So it's not explicitly lethal, but I should keep back dodging. If I forward dodge, it puts me in a deadly mix-up. So if I screw up and dodge backwards, keep going. Really? That hit me? Okay, what did my dodge timing look like there? I dodged really preemptively. Yeah, it just caught me at the end of my roll, because that's how friggin' long her sword is. I didn't get my dodge? I don't know why. We'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to experiment with something. Let me see. I need to chuck volcano pots. These have been a disappointment. And I wanted to try actually using swarm pots. So if I get a knockdown on her, I might try throwing one of these. These cause bleed buildup. I could have punished that. How many times do you want to do kicks? It's very picky. I ran out of stamina, didn't I? Oh, throwing the frost bomb also costs stamina. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I realized something while I was prepping the frost bomb. If I hold down while I'm if I hold back, rather, not down on the D-pad or anything, if I hold backwards while I'm throwing the freezing pot, it looks like the character can still backstep a bit while I'm throwing it. And that should correct for the issue where it's been going under her legs or over her head. Well, under the legs, at least. The overhead one was because I got it late. Rolling forward on kick is possibly a death sentence. Lucky. Whoops, didn't get the stagger. Oh wow, I'm not dead. Never in a million years will I ever accomplish, like, doing that from menu during the boss fight again. She just decided, okay, yeah, go for it. Like, she let me get away with that, for sure. Ah, I've dodged it too early. Okay, so realizing that I can double backdash out of the triple slash changes the fight a lot. Also, apparently, I have a little bit of a window to survive one hit of Waterfowl Dance if I interrupt her properly, which is kind of goofy. Did not expect that to be the case. Okay. This is our last 4 freezing pots before we have to go restock. That is fine. So long as we go into the fight with at least 2, we're not going to burn through them. Stamina. Oh, whew. I thought she got me. Let's see it. What? That is a funny thing. Sometimes there's a random chance for either the boss or the player to live at 1. So that was the best demonstration of that you're ever going to see. I didn't get far away enough. I think I need to unlock from her when she's doing that attack to dodge it properly. I loosely understand that the goal is you want to run, like, towards her for a while, then run back away. And she'll, like, try to head you off, and you'll avoid it. Because she's not killing me with the landing. She's killing me with the explosion. This is the one I wanted to test. Okay, it didn't cause bleed on her, so it was not worth it. It also distracted me. So I'd have to hit her with at least 2 swarm pots to cause bleed, which tells me that it's something I can do while she's doing certain phase 2 things. Like, while she's doing the rod explosion, there's, like, a wait time before I can interact with her again. I could possibly throw it then. Maybe I could throw 2 of them then. Maybe that'll proc a bleed on her. That'd be really good damage. But without the bleed proc, it's only like 300 damage. It's not worth. I made a mistake.
Blade of Mikola.
I feel almost in control of the fight. The secret sauce of the fight was definitely to remove all my clothing. I didn't think I could get away with that. I thought she had ended her sequence, but she had not. And by in control of the fight, what I mean is that from moment to moment, I have a clear understanding of what I'm doing. I don't feel lost. I still make mistakes. I find that if you make a mistake, there's like a 30% chance you'll die from that mistake, depending on which mistake you made. Nope, couldn't get it out fast enough. Where did I make the mistake? Okay, it was taking the extra attack while after Flame of the Red Mane, while she was at the threshold where she could use Waterfowl Dance. So if Waterfowl Dance is active, I cannot take an extra hit after Red Mane. I think it's similar to a Kingdom Hearts principle. There's a principle in Kingdom Hearts boss design, which is basically the boss is like a retaliation tracker on the number of hits you've done to them. And when the retaliation tracker maxes out, it doesn't matter what hit stun they would usually be in or like what else is going on at all. They just do an attack. I think Redmane, I think hitting her with Redmane puts her at like 80% of her retaliation number. And then hitting her again afterwards tells her, okay, swing. And then she will do something immediately. And you don't want to trigger that behavior. I wonder if that's actually the way it's coded. Because I feel like I think that's actually unique in terms of Dark Souls boss design. I don't think Dark Souls characters usually do that. Huh. Well, that's a question for Zully the Witch. I ran out of stamina. I didn't run out of stamina. I just didn't get the dodge off. Okay. I gotta watch the replays on this, because I had assumed I was out of stamina and that's why that failed. But no. That was not the case. I just didn't buffer out the dodge aggressively enough. Got it. Out of stamina after that. I don't believe she took a back step there that fast. Wow, she just decided to, like, recover faster. No, she must have been in neutral stance anyway. I'm just not used to her. Okay, she just chose an action from the neutral stance that is faster than her normal choice. I guess. That was robbery. Mulaney does so many weird things, man. I'm gonna mark that one to revisit later. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Huh. So we're out here to recollect the items we need for freezing pots. There's a bunch of archery gals out here and things like that. But basically, around the base of this tree over here is like 30 of this flour that I need. Rhymed crystal buds. Just gonna run around here while hammering on Y. So yeah, I've got like every finger on the controller right now. So I'm holding down like both analogs B and Y. It's kind of funny. Okay, there might be some more around. Yeah, they're plentiful around these trees. They're a little hard to see. Okay. If I push my luck around here, there's like a bunch of bloodhounds, which would be very hard to fight while I am nude. Also that rune bear over there. And this mosquito is gonna try to give me a heck of a time. I don't need any dragonfly heads, thank you for your consideration. So these rhymed crystal buds appear this plentifully pretty late in the game. The pop they make is actually super useful. Huh, there's a lot of Marika stakes around here. That's interesting. Sometimes the number of Marika stakes in a location is very, like, lore-oriented. Have I been to this one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. Oh yeah, this has got a bunch of frenzy goons. Some eyes of yellow. A lot of frenzy goons. That's fine. I'm just here to grab plants. Don't mind me. Yeah, rhymed Roa. Make frozen Roa berries. They're not very useful. Yellow embers. Okay, I pretty much got what I'm gonna get around here. I did want to check in, actually, on something. I wanted to check back in with the Jar Baron in Jarburg. Because this quest has not been progressing. There's supposed to be an extra link in this quest after you have finished Alexander's quest. What? Well, something definitely happened. There's a bunch of shattered jars here.
Oh, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Don't quite. I won't cry though. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect.
Dialos was always scared. Doesn't look like you're doing so well, buddy.
You are the jars. Are they all right? Did I defend them? Then all is well. This fool proved his worth.
Why does Jarberg also have to have a sad ending? Oh, man. Like other Dark Souls games, Elden Ring is much to do with endings and death.
The tale of how. That's the kind of. Even if I'm scared. The tale. That's the kind of worry. Even if I'm scared.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over to the Grace, take a rest, which should advance this. I think I should be able to have more dialogue. So I'm not sure what the actual trigger is for moving this stuff forward. As I had understood that it's basically Dialos moves here, and at some point later, this will happen.
The tale of household. That's the kind of one who protects. The tale. That's the kind of warrior. One who protects. The tale. That's the kind of.
That's right. Oh, that's kind of cool. So because, you know, if he's aiming to be a warrior jar, you become a warrior jar by filling yourself up with warriors. So he is going to take for himself Dialos remains. It's which is interesting because in many cases, in terms of the beliefs of the Golden Order, choosing to not return to the roots of the Erd tree is blasphemous. Bodies being burned, blasphemous, zombies, all that stuff. The Golden Order opposes all of that. So they must oppose also then the warrior jars. Get Hoslow's Petal Whip and the Dialos Mask, as well as a Newman's Rune, which is quite a lot of stuff. We've only gotten Newman's Runes in very specific places. I get the feeling there's a lore implication behind them. Well, Dialos can, after a fashion, live on. That's nice.
Thanks for coming back. I've been thinking, as a warrior jar, upon the path of champions. Wow. Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you. Cuz, I'm a warrior jar. So I need to be strong. I can really have them. I understand. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights. I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out, warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, Cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you. Cuz. I'll never forget.
All right, and that marks the end of the plot line for the for Dialos and for the Jar Baron. And when he leaves, he'll leave behind a talisman. The Companion Jar. The Companion Jar is another item that makes thrown jars more powerful. There's a few. I mean, you could theoretically try to put together a jar-throwing build. Hilarious. There's one other plotline that I haven't seen through to its end. I need to see if it's progressed or not. Because I thought I had done everything that was necessary to move it forward, but it kind of stalled out. And that's the Ruler of Stormvale plotline. Aha!
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds.
Nefeli Lu is one of the only characters, and Kenneth Hite, who's also hanging out here, one of the only characters who has a good ending.
I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of Lady, but I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me.
An ancient dragon smithing stone.
Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your... Farewell, I will remain, but your guidance surely lie elsewhere.
Ah, safe and sound, I take it, yes? Ah, quite. Lady Nepheli is strong. Such is the sincere. For the time being, I share command of the castle, at which time I can by raising you to the good. I hope it is just.
You'll be Elden Lord, but I'll make you a knight.
At which time I raising you. I hope it is.
So Nepheli Lu can only reach this point if Kenneth Height is alive and his fort is cleared. You have to go back and talk to him after meeting Nepheli Lu, progressing her plot line. If Gostock is still alive, he'll also move over here and become a shopkeeper who will sell you a couple things. I killed Gostock because I needed to get one of those things ahead of time. Yep, Nepheli Lu and Kenneth Height. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else to get up to except to go back to more Melania. Although, well, yeah, I can craft those pots, first of all. Yeah. And I have enough to make another 16 of them over the course of several fights. Which means 16 good attempts, or 8 really, really good attempts. Let's see. I have the option, now that I have another Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, I could upgrade my offhand weapon to plus 25, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. I think it's very likely that I'm going to need to use that on something else. I want to go to the Table of Lost Grace and check on something. Are there any, like, really cool remembrances I can bring up? And am I carrying all the remembrances I need? Yeah, I'm missing just the 3 from Melania, Horlo, and Elden Beast. Let's see. Placidusix's Ruin. Spew golden breath of Dragonlord Placidusix. Costs 80 FP. Dragon King's Cragblade, which is way too much dex for us to ever wield. Malekith's Black Blade. We could only ever use that while drinking a potion. Black Blade Spinning Slash that emits waves of light. Blood Boon scatters Blood Flame. That's castable on RL1 if you want to. The Sacred Spear. I don't think we can get our arc that high. That's right, the Regal Omen Baron. I had thought about picking that up at some point. Riker's Rancor requires a heck of a lot of int that we do not have. Lich Dragon Fortisax has 2 different very high power incantation, including Storm of Death Lightning. Pretty hype. Not gonna lie. I don't think there's anything else here we care to buy. I like various sets, but yeah. Alright, I think with that we're back onto Melania. Just a little bit of a break. There is some other stuff to do around an Elf Isle that I skipped. I don't know how much of it is meaningful, though. There is a tree spirit that I have not killed, who was notably guarding some gear, but the spot he shows up in is really, really obnoxious to run around to. Okay, I needed to keep attacking her after that step. Because of the delayed timing on her slash after the sidestep, that dodge was scuffed. I was dodging with the timing for the clockwise hop. Oh. I'm getting worn down. It's to be expected. Bad move. Couldn't do 2 slashes there. Oof. So far, so good. Nope. Okay. That was a lot. I probably should have dodged out, I guess. She did the delayed backhand slash, which I'm not usually thinking about. I wonder if there's a certain point in time when she starts doing that. Well, I had the fight going pretty well up until that happened. Which is not much consolation. Nope, that's lethal. Yeah, it seems like when I catch her on the sidestep, she's very likely to do an immediate backdash. So I need to just do single attacks when I catch her on that, and then probably roll out immediately afterwards. Because if I do an immediate rollout and she picks a fast option that punishes rollout, I should be able to do something else, so long as my rollout is preemptive. We're slowly finding routes on the boss. Things I like best about Dark Souls is using routes instead of reflexes. Just figuring out such that you know what to do before you have to do it. That's where the fun is. Nope. I didn't dodge fast enough. I knew that I needed to dodge. But I didn't buffer it out for fear that she would do like a delayed slash type of thing. Maybe in that case I actually need to take 2 slashes. It's got to be based on what she was doing before. I really think she's got a hidden threshold value that makes her feistier. something tells her AI that she's on the back foot and makes her do different things. Ah. What did I do there? I guess I dodged too early, so I need to be backing up and taking a time to dodge based on her action in that case. I wish that was an edge case and not all the time. That's putting us back into reflexes territory. Ah, I didn't dodge back twice again. I started feeling anxious because she just kept throwing out the same string. It's like the opposite of what you should feel after getting the same behavior 3 times in a row. Come on, just treat it the same every time. That dodge was too late for me to do a second dodge. Yeah, that was like at the last possible second. So she would naturally catch me on that. I needed to dodge forward there. As much as I really appreciate that the back dodge has been working. I can't lean on it that hard. It's crazy to think of people fighting her with heavier weapons. I've seen it done to an extent, but like, oof. Nope, dead. You have to route the fight differently if you're fighting her with a heavy weapon. And honestly, the amount of damage I'm outputting, I don't think I can actually match with a heavier weapon. It's one of the quirks of RL1. One of the quirks of Elden Ring RL1. Like, dual wield power stancing is really good in Elden Ring. Nope. I've tried doing that before. It didn't work last time. Didn't work this time. I don't know why I did it twice. It's a little odd. Call that the strat where I now have 2 nickels. Pretty odd that happened twice. Let's see, am I regressing on progress? I've had some good attempts, maybe like 3 or 4 attempts back. It was pretty good. Too slow. I had the time. I just didn't hit the button fast enough. I need to buffer that out like as soon as she goes up that high. Like if she's over my head, I need to be on that button hard. There we go. Didn't get the second dodge out. I'm getting a little panicky when I get her low. Like, I'm feeling the stakes and the pressure, and that's messing up my behaviors a bit. I'm having a hard time keeping it loose. I've never seen her do an attack that slow, and it super weirded me out. Like that extra slow pirouette. I wonder if anybody's seen her do that. I need to... Man, if I ever had the time to rewatch the hours and hours and hours of footage of fighting Melania, I'd have to figure out what the rarest behaviors are. The weirdest stuff that she can do. It's like Melania and Morgott both can just kind of invent new stuff that they do. It's like, oh yeah, my overloaded crazy move kit was not enough right now. I think I'll just throw out this extra ultra delayed attack. What was that? I thought the game lagged. Over her head. Wasn't fast enough. I needed to run away in that case. She so seldomly does it from that far out. Oh, that buffer dodge was bad. Or that early dodge. The whole thing. It was just bad. The whole thing. I don't know why I got nervous on her backstepping. Like, it's fine if she backsteps. I wasn't overcommit. Just in time. Haha, I was still in range.
Of Mikola.
Man, it feels bad to get killed one hit, like one attack after preventing Waterfowl Dance. I have no stamina. Thank you. No way. It was a bit of an awkward timing. I didn't think I had enough time to pull out the bomb because I was in the like end lag from an attack. I might have had enough time to pull out the bomb. I probably should have tried the bomb because I have not practiced surviving that attack without using a bomb because it's fiendishly complicated to dodge. And I'm not using Bloodhound Step. If I were using Bloodhound Step, I could maybe plan around dodging it with Bloodhound Step, but it's still complicated as heck. And I know that's how several people have gotten through this boss on RL1, is by learning how to Bloodhound Step through that attack correctly. But if I can avoid that, I can do a whole bunch of damage. Also, I still haven't run out and found where Bloodhound Step is. Oh. Yep. The game got stuck on loading, and you know what that means? We're done for tonight. That's a cutoff point for me. So I will be back on this Monday for sure. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Jupiter Exile. Have a good night. May we wander again soon.